Hey guys, it's Miss Green Calhoun, and I wanted to show you guys what you guys were doing today. The first thing that you want to do is go to Revolution 2.0 classwork, okay? Once you open that, there will be a bell ringer at the top. I want to show you guys what that looks like, okay? So if I'm in Teams and I go to the class, it looks like this, okay? It will say Revolution 2.0 classwork. Once I click here, okay? This is literally a PDF copy of the text. Now, most of the questions are the same. However, I want you to pay attention to the questions that are actually on your paper because it did change. So you can open this up. It's 6 pages. You read it. And then, of course, there are questions. Now, the questions are not going to be answered here, okay? You are going to open up this doc. You are going to make sure that you can edit it, right? So at the top, make sure that you guys edit it. And then once it is opened, you'll see the bell ringer, you will see academic vocabulary, and then of course you will see the text-dependent questions, okay? And you're going to write your answers in this box. If it is multiple choice, then go ahead and highlight the most correct answer, okay? So this is the actual assignment. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. So after you open up Revolution 2.0 classwork, you will see the bell ringer that looks like this. And it's going to ask you to underline the nouns, highlight the verbs, and star the adjectives in the following sentences. All right? So remember, nouns are people, places, and things. People, places, and things. Verbs are what you do. They're action words. And then adjectives are description words. Okay? So you're going to do this for number 1 and number 2. After that, you can access your textbook. I'm not going to read all the way through this, but if you want to pause the screen right here so you can access your textbook, that's fine. Or you can use the PDF that I put in your assignment, okay? You always have to know how to access your textbook, though. I want to put that out there. All right? And remember, we are in collection 6, Hard-Won Liberty, okay? We are no longer in collection 1. Now, this is Wagonim, okay? Feel free to pause it here and read this. This is the background. And in the right-hand corner, you will see our author, Wagonim. He is an Egyptian man. And feel free to read through this really quickly. Go ahead and pause it. Moving right along, this background is important because it gives us information on the author and also on what our text is going to be about. So there were a lot of protests in Northern Africa. Okay, now remember, Africa is a continent, not a country. So this started in Tunisia, which is an African country. And then it spread all the way to Egypt. And this all happened on January 25th, 2011. All right. And a lot of it was spread through a Facebook page. So as you guys are reading this, I want you to think about the power of social media, right? Like, how are they using social media? And really think about, how are you using social media today as well? All right. So now we have some academic vocabulary. Everything that I have highlighted on my paper, I also want it highlighted on your paper, so keep that in mind. All right, so a memoir is a written account when someone describes past personal experiences. This is not the first time you guys heard this word, okay? You heard this word when you read Knight last year in your 9th grade classes. That is a memoir, right? He's talking about past personal experiences. When you guys read the text Ordinary Man, that is definitely a past personal experience. So keep that in mind as you guys read it. Then we have functional document, and I'll only read the first line. A functional document is a text that provides directions for performing a task. So when you have your fancy iPhones and stuff, right? When you have to click accept, anytime you click accept, whether you're downloading a game, whether you're downloading an app, that is a functional document. It's telling you what to do and you're agreeing to it, right? Most of you guys don't read it, but you probably should. All right, cookbooks, those are functional documents because it's telling you how to perform a task. So what functional documents also have are text features. So if you want, you can pause here, but I'm just going to go through these briefly. I'm not going to read the actual definitions, but some common text features are headings, okay? photographs, labels, captions, bold, italic, or underlined words, and then footnotes. All right, so feel free to pause here if you'd like to read the definition. I highly suggest it. Now, what you're going to do is, of course, it's on this PowerPoint, but like I said, you can access the PDF copy in your own text. However, you guys are going to be reading the text and answering the text-dependent questions. We'll first start with 1 through 3, okay? So you want to think about, what is the purpose of this Facebook page? Like, why does he have it, right? What steps did he take? And I want you to look specifically in paragraph 2 for number 2. All right. What steps? There's 3 steps that he takes. So think about that. For number 3, why did the author give so many people access to the document? Think about what people do on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on TikTok, right? Why do people give people access to certain things? What do they want them to do with it? Okay. What do they want them to do with that information? So think about that for number 3. Now, when you go to number 4, 5, and 6, all right, pay attention, number 1, to these headings and subheadings. But for number 4, what reasons does the author give for joining the protest? All right, that is all in where it says why protest. Okay, so why protest? All right, keep that in mind. Why protest? Okay. Now, for number 5, what does the author mean in lines 36 to 38? It gives you the line numbers, okay? When he says that Jan 25 is not a revolution in the sense of a coup, but a revolution against the government. You want to think about, what is he saying? And that's multiple choice. And then question number 6, what is his thesis? So I want you to think about, what does he want the Egyptian people to do? All right, what is he asking them to do? Hint, it starts with a P. Just putting that out there, all right? And think about why he wants them to do this. All right? So that's 4, 5, and 6. For numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, feel free to work with a partner on this, okay? Statistics are facts. They are numbers. So think about, there's one specific paragraph where he is giving all these numbers, okay? And I want you to just give me a couple of them. Give me a couple of those numbers, those facts, all right? Then number 8, list some of the problems Egyptians go through. Just tell me, what are some of the problems? Is a problem homelessness? Is, like, think about one topic from those numbers. What is he talking about? List some of those problems. All right. Then what occurred in 1952? That's pretty straightforward. And number 10, how has the relationship changed between law enforcement and civilians? You need to put it in your own words. So how was the relationship before? And then how is it now? Okay. Did it improve or did it crumble? Question. All right. So that's 7 through 10. Now, 11 through 15. 11 through 14 is pretty much, what are the demands? And it literally says, the first demand is, all right, this only needs to be in a couple of words, and it should be in your own words. Please do not write exactly what the text says. I'm not asking you to cite evidence. I'm asking you, what is it? All right, and then 15 is a multiple choice question, which can be inferred based on those demands. All right. Now, the last thing, 16 through 19, all right? 16, what type of people does Ghanim want to participate in this protest, and why does he want those type of people? I want you to think about social class. He's talking about a specific social class for number 16. For number 17, how will protesting guidelines help the cause succeed? That's up to your interpretation. 18, what topics were the chants about? All right, so think about, read all of the chants and think about, what were the main 2 things that they wanted. All right. And then number 19, what do the chants symbolize for the organizers of Jan 25? And that is a multiple choice. All right. So once you guys are done with those questions, I want to just give you guys a quick reminder that central idea is subject plus what the author says about the subject. So I want you to think about, what is the subject of Revolution 2.0, and what is Wael Ghanim, our author, saying about it. And lastly, The Socrative will be open, okay? It will only be open for your period. So I want you to keep that in mind. I will not keep it open all day for you to complete, okay? You're going to go to Socrative.com. There's 4 questions waiting for you. You're going to click login, click student, enter the room code, enter last name, comma, first name, and you're going to complete those to the best of your ability. Please remember about the text features. Bulleted list and numbered list are considered text features. So I just kind of helped you out. All right. When you guys are completely done, go ahead and get on Reading Plus and get those 5 Reading Plus lessons done by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to send me a remind. And I will try to get to it as soon as possible. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, y'all.